got some space. Larkin and shot. Say, it's the board. Nicholas Wong.
Michael, but McKinnon playing defense. USA takes it. Shot. Go.
What's up, everybody? We live for Game 1 of the Colorado Avalanche versus the Minnesota Wild. For the first time since 2014, these two teams are meeting in the playoffs, where last time they met the Wild upset the Avalanche and won in a 7-game series, and now Colorado has chance to get revenge and use that sweet revenge, if you know what I'm saying, chat. But yeah, so we have a great game, great series coming up. We just finished a great series in this Tampa Bay, Montreal, where Montreal pulls up and wins with 9 shots on goal versus Tampa Bay. Vasilevsky, not a good look for him. Great job by the Tampa defense, but the times they did get it towards Vasilevsky really didn't go their way. That's not what you want. But how are you guys doing today?
It didn't happen tonight. You'd have to imagine Martin St. Louis prepared his team for maybe some of the predictability that you see from Kuzma's past. I don't think as much of a shot threat now. I do want to compliment Montreal. They came out on their toes and they were a lot better on the field.
But how are we doing today? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Shout out to the people in the chat. You guys are absolutely amazing. I love every single one of you. Shout out on the YouTube side, but shout out to the TikTok people, y'all. I love you guys. Trying to pull up TikTok right now on my phone, because for those who do not know, I am streaming off my laptop. So you just gotta give me a second. All right.
So imagine it too, because they did a good job of getting out that shot lane. So Hudson shoots short side. You still get the shot through. Obviously, a very fortuitous balance and just incredible hand-eye and awareness by Newell, thinking, hey, he's off his post a little bit, reach it for that puck, understep that at it, and hey, chip in a chair, good balance, and they're up to the second round. That's what you want to see from them. They go some more checks. They use the highways. It should be involved, right? Because everyone's packing. It's got to be get and then again, that D, his job, he has to get it by that high field, which he did. After the short side, it was whatever that, but it doesn't matter. He can't do it to hit a shoot.
All right.
He's got to get down by the net, and because of that, they have
Pulling up the TikTok chat. If you're in the chat, shout out you.
Tremendous series, unbelievable game 7. Sure, it's probably not how you drew it up with just 9 shots.
It's 8:04 start. What the fuck? What up, Jared? How you been? Please show the game, but my ass don't want to get copyrighted. Like, I'm good. I don't want to get copyrighted. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. I'm here for the vibes. You know? I'm not here to get taken down. You know? Oh, 4 minutes until the game starts? You bet. I mean, could be worse. They could have been at 9-10's not as bad as some previous ones I've seen. Like 30 minutes later. It's not bad. I still can't believe Montreal fucking pulls up the upset on 4 shots. That's crazy. What's up, Blaine? How you doing? There we go. What up, Blaine? How you doing? Shout out to the goalie, fucking the rookie out in Montreal. Bro was absolutely locked down. First goalie since Game 7 to get the win. Has it started? No, not yet. It starts in 3 minutes. The game will kick off. So, we got like 3-ish minutes till puck drop. They're probably doing the national anthem and everything at the game as we speak. They're just interviewing. Doing interviews for the post game of the previous game. Avs are no longer playing the LA Kings. You want to fix that? Oh, thank you. I got everything else but that. Are you showing the game? No, I'm not. I will not be showing the game, dudes. Copy liked. Good luck, Wild in 6. Hey, good luck. I got Avs in 6. I think y'all would take one. I think you'll take the 2 at home. Copa, I'm not. Because I'm also streaming on YouTube, and YouTube is 10 times more strict than TikTok. So, no. No, I'm not. Going to be a good series. I agree. I think it's going to be a good, hard series. I think, yes, I have the Avalanche winning in 6, but I think it's going to be a very tough 6 game for Colorado. I think, like I said, a few overtimes you'll see very close one-point games, a lot of that stuff. Lane says, Hayden, I know you use Kickstart My Hype by Monty Foods. Hell yeah, I did. Hell yeah, I did, Lane. I had your stream up before you started. I was taking it. Hey, you all good? Oh, boy, I appreciate you for being in on the YouTube side. Appreciate you, Lane. How does the mic sound? Way better. Way much better. All right, here we go. They're coming out on the ice in Denver. We are 1 minute away from puck drop as the Colorado Avalanche will come on home ice for the first time since Game 2. All right. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting and a good, hard battle here we're about to have. It's going to be great. Are you showing the game now? I love how y'all ask. If I was showing the game, you would see the TV. I ain't showing the game. I just love how y'all are so persistent and so determined to see the game. Like, there's ways to get the game than this. All right, round 2, game 1 of the Avalanche versus the Wild. Quinn Hughes versus Cale Makar for the first time in the NHL playoffs, which is crazy to think about as we're about to have puck drop here, as this is probably the prime matchup a lot of people are going to be watching in the second round. This, and then, of course, the Buffalo-Montreal series is going to be very interesting in the East. I think the winner of this series and the winner of the Montreal series could be in the Cup. I personally have Avs versus Carolina in my Cup finals. All right. Here we go. Martin Necas, Arturi Lekin, and Nathan McKinnon will be the first line, will be the starting line. Zuccarelli, Kaprizov, and that first line will be out there. Of course, you have the defensive pair, Quinn Hughes, Brock Faber, and Devon Taves and Cale Makar. You have the two best defensive duos going at it. You have the best player in the NHL going at it. You have a young two goalies who this is their first playoff appearances. Yes, they both made it to the second round, but here we go. Face-off is won by the Avalanche. Taves will kick it over to Makar. Makar will kick it in the neutral zone. McKinnon will dump it, and they'll play retreat in Minnesota. Faber will send that around looking for Zuccarello. Zuccarello gets his turnover looking for Hartman as Martin Necas will play chase with Kaprizov right on his tail. He'll dump that off for Makar. Makar will kick it over to Taves on the near side. Taves send that up into the neutral zone and down to the ice where Quinn Hughes will play it and kick it off to Kaprizov. Kaprizov will get it to Hartman. Hartman looking, makes move, gets that poked away by Gabriel Landeskog, but Minnesota will settle that down. Big hit by, was that Kulak? Damn, what a hit. Catch me off guard. Now Boley will have it on the near side into the neutral zone. They'll kick that down and around as Kulak goes and plays retreat with Malinsky. Malinsky will send that up to Nichushkin. Nichushkin across ice to Brock Nelson. Nelson with the clean entry, looking for Kuliak in the from downtown. Couldn't get the connecting pass. Nelson with pressure gets it up to Nichushkin at the top of the blue line. He sends that down, and Wallstead will cover that up. $18:42 in the first period. All right. Oh, that almost was an unlucky bounce for Minnesota as Brock Faber will win the faceoff and kick it over to Hughes. Hughes with pressure from Ross Colton. They'll send that up in the neutral zone and down across behind Wedgwood, and they'll call that icing. What was driving you nuts, Snake? All right. Nicholas Waugh, who's been huge for Colorado, having 2 goals in the last series, loses the faceoff, and Minnesota will send that up in the neutral zone as they go and play chase. Trennan will send that around back up top. Minnesota will take it. Hughes takes the shot at Wedgwood, who will easily make the glove save. All right, face off now. I believe it'll be on the far side corner. Playoff win percentage all time. Jared Bednar's .610. Pretty damn good in a Stanley Cup. Brett Burns will send that up in the neutral zone. That'll be tipped as Parker Kelly plays chase with Brock Faber and sends him in the board. Colorado will keep the puck down there as Kuliak will send that back around the boards, around looking for LOC. LOC will try to get that to Drury. Drury fighting for it now. Burns try to keep it in, but Minnesota will get in the neutral zone. Now Drury will bring it up. He'll dump it off for Parker Kelly, who will send that down. Jack Drury sends that up the boards, up top at the blue line. Kuliak will send that down in front. Wallstead did not hang on, but luckily Flengio will send that back, but Wallstead lost his helmet, so we have a whistle. Damn, when he took that puck right to his helmet, the straps of his helmet just snapped off. Damn. All right, first line's out there for Colorado. Now, fourth line had a very good shift, keeping the pressure on Minnesota. Let's see what the first line can do. McKinnon in on the faceoff with Lehkonen, Necas, Taves, and Makar. Foligno will take the face-off, and then he'll win that face-off. They'll send that around the boards, back up top into the neutral zone. McCarr will have it in the defensive zone. He'll kick it to Nations, back to McKinnon. McKinnon with some speed. 3-on-2, finds space, takes the shot at Wallstead, gets that blocked by the captain. Now here comes Minnesota. Lino sends that down as McCarr tried to lay a hit, but he gets laid out himself. Now Brock Nelson will get that over for Martin Natchez. Martin Natchez behind, just bash skating into the offensive zone. Kicks it to Taves, who sends that behind the boards where Brock Nelson will have it. Nelson trying to get it up top. Gabriel Landeskog will settle that down, and it'll go behind the net. Now on the near side corner, back around behind the net. Minnesota will calm that down and send that up in the neutral zone as there's a fight, and the puck would get poked back in. Colorado has to get out of the zone, though, or it would have been offsides. So Minnesota will pray it. Now here comes Kaprizov. Kaprizov dumps that off for Hughes. Hughes tried to send that, gets a little tip to Kaprizov, who sends that back to Hughes. As Ross Coton is adding pressure on Quinn Hughes now. Line changes here for both sides. Now Brock Faber sends that up. Faber tried to get some room, couldn't get the pass connected to him, so he'll kick it in the middle for Hartman. That's not going to be there. Now Quinn Hughes has to go and play retreat in the neutral zone. Colorado has 4 hits, Minnesota 1s. Playing physical. That's what I love. Make it 5 hits now from Malinsky. Now here comes a fight for it on the near side wall. Now here comes Ross Coton. Coton finds Wall. Wall to Kadri. Center pass was just ahead of Kadri. And a fight for it on the near side corner. Now Wall with the puck. Wall looking. He'll kick it up top to Taves. Taves across the Burns. Burns will take that shot. That'll be wide in the net. And that'll go all the way down into the defensive zone of Colorado for Devon Taves, who will play it behind the net. Now here comes the Avalanche. Matt Bodley not called with a high stick as Natchez gets hit with it. And a quick shot on Wedgwood is going to be saved by Scott Wedgwood. Turnover now. Bodley with the puck. He'll look. Matt Bodley up top. Across from the captain all the way down. Set down and covered up by Wedgwood. The crowd is letting him know that they are behind him. Middleton with the shot. All right. Now face off now with Jack Drury. He'll lose it. Minnesota will take that shot quick. Wedgwood will redirect it as McKinnon, as actually Kuliak try to get a quick centering pass in front. It's going to be denied by Wedgwood. Now Drury will send that in the neutral zone. Minnesota will take it. But turnover. And in the corner, O'Connor will go play chase it. He'll dump that off for Parker Kelly. Parker Kelly, fourth line, being aggressive, being nosy, being annoying. Parker Kelly now in the near side corner kicks it up. Kuliak will try to get a one-timer knock there. Minnesota will take the puck and they'll send that in the neutral zone. They have a collision as Malinsky will take it and play it as Colorado gets the change. Malinsky just lobs that down as O'Connor goes and plays chase. First line out here now as the LOC goes and changes for Martin Natchez. Now here comes the Quinn Hughes who will back it up. Behind the net. Now Hughes. Taking his time, Lehkonen, keeping an eye on him. He'll send that up. Now here comes Brock Faber in the neutral zone. Faber will dump that down past McKinnon. Faber trying to make a quick play. Sends that up top. Shot on Wedgwood's going to be wide of the net. As the young fella filling in for Josh Manson will take control of the puck behind the young defenseman who has potential with Colorado. Nick McKinnon will send that up for Natchez. Natchez trying to make some space. Natchez across to Taves. Taves gets that poke down as Taves send that to Lehkonen behind the net. Lehkonen with Faber over him sends that up top towards McKinnon. McKinnon now with Hartman on him. Sends that down for Burns. Burns down over to Natchez now on the near side corner. He'll send that back around behind the boards and McKinnon will take it. McKinnon with space up top towards Malinsky to Lehkonen. Gets that poked away by Brock Faber. What a great defensive play by Brock Faber. Zuccarello will give it off to Faber. Faber will send that back over for Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes now will send that up top for Zuccarello. Zuccarello will dump that in as Hartman goes to play chase. As Kuliak will send that around the board for Bell Nichushkin. Nichushkin in the neutral zone now for Colorado. Makes the entry into offense zone. All the way over for Malinsky. Gets that stolen away by Minnesota. Now here comes Kaprizov. Kaprizov making space. Kaprizov centering pass for Middleton's not there. And now here comes Brock Nelson to Landeskog with space, catching them off guard. Back down for Nelson, who takes the shot, and that's going to be redirected. Nelson will get it up top. One-timer from Kuliak's going to be behind the net. Quick shot off the crossbar. Kuliak has it. He'll send that down to Wallstead. That's going to be a save by Wallstead. Middleton and Nelson fighting for it now in the near side corner with Nichushkin joining in. Hartman will get that, try to get that cleared. Does not. Now they do get it clear as Colorado will take it in the neutral zone and play it across as they will get changes. What a very aggressive sequence that was for Wallstead. Wallstead keeping his cool, keeping his calm. Now here comes Nazem Kadri. Kadri, who's been quiet this playoff, just dumps that down to Wallstead, who will cover that up. What a fun sequence. Are you showing the game? No, I'm not. I love how everyone wants to realize, all the people who wanted me to show the game realize I'm not showing the game. Just said, nah, we out. Peace. They're like, peace, bro. What's up, Brian? Welcome in. We got 5 people in here. Shout out to the 5 people. Welcome in, Jackson. Welcome in. Not gonna lie, Taco Bell sounds so good right now. But I shouldn't.
Both are smoked slow for up to 13 hours. Tender, juicy barbecue with this isn't matching.
Aggressive first period from both sides. Back and forth, back and forth. Colorado will get a good looks, and then Minnesota will come down. Welcome back, Jared. Oh, Macaro. Oh, that hit from Pelengio. He gets right back up, though. All right. They'll send that down and around as Kadri's fighting for it. We'll have a penalty here. And he'll head to the penalty box, and Minnesota will have a power play here. Oh, yeah, that's definitely holding. You can't even be mad. All right, 2-minute power play now for the Wild. Here we go. It's going to be interesting because you're for the penalty kill for the Avalanche because you're missing Makar. We'll see how that goes. On the ice, Tarasenko, Trennan, McCarron, Middleton, Saber. Oh, all right, face off. One by the Wild. Boldly would dump that off for Hughes. Interesting power play without Eriksson Ekin. You got Brock Faber with this unit. All right, Faber will have it. Faber kicks it over towards Kaprizov, who has that just poked away by Colorado. And Wallstead will dump it for Faber, who will dump it off for Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes now. Hughes with Fleckinen all over him, making it tough to not get it to Kaprizov. So Matt Boldy controls the entry. He'll kick it to Kaprizov, back up to Faber. Faber down over to, I believe that is Zuccarello. Zuccarello now looking, sends that up top for Hughes. Hughes to Kaprizov. Kaprizov down below for Boldy. Back up to Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Boldy. Boldy looking from the point. Down. Quick shot. Denied by the post. Woo! Zuccarello sends that up for Boldy, who loses the puck. Now here comes the Avalanche on a shorthanded goal. Logan O'Connor with some space takes the shot on Wallstead, and that's going to be high of the net. Oh my goodness. Almost a disaster for Minnesota as Hughes will dump it off for Zuccarello. Zuccarello across to Hughes. Hughes gets that turned over. Nelson will take it in the neutral zone. He'll dump it out, and now Colorado will just slam that down. And now here comes Sporogin. Sporogin, the captain, dumps that off. Now here comes Johansson. Johansson gets that poked away by Nelson, who will send that down. 12 seconds left to go on the power play. Now Sporogin now will bring it up. Spurgeon, my bad. Spurgeon dumps it off to Johansson. Johansson gets that poked away, and the penalty has been killed. Devontae's fights for it, and they'll send that up. Now here comes Zanzam Kadri for one-on-one with Sporogin. Takes the shot, save by Wallstead, and now they'll get that over. Tarasenko will send that deep and down as both sides will start changing. Now the first line for the Avalanche is out. Now here comes Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon now brings it in. McKinnon looking, takes the shot at Wallstead, who will cover that up. As Wallstead is playing this very, very, very good. Both sides are. You got to respect it. Bro, what is this ad? It's like a hockey switch up because of Verizon. What the fuck is Ovi doing there, bro? What the fuck? Bro, some of these hockey ads be interesting as all can be. I'm just going to say that now. There we go. Trying to bring back good luck. This has been through a Stanley Cup run. What up, Alex? Ooh. You wanna know what's crazy? If you would tell me heading into the second round, Crosby's out, Kucherov's out, David's out, I'll call you crazy. Bro, I can handle these sour stuff. Why is this one hitting hard? All right. Face off one by Colorado. Up top, Walensky kick is over. Down, they send that down. That's going to be poked away. A broken stick. Minnesota will send that down. And behind the ice it goes. What was the whistle? Offside? Blankenberg has been huge. Has been showing good potential. Oh, he had the net open too. That would have been so cool if Blankenberg had a goal. All right, face off one by Colorado. Malinsky will send that up for Natchez. Natchez with some speed. Natchez looking, sends that across. Shot. Goal! Sam Malinsky with the one-timer as Colorado takes a 1-0 lead. I see you, Sam. I see you. Let's go. The young defenseman stepping up in game one. What a feed from Natchez. Gets it across to the best offensive, defensive playmaker, Malinsky, who gets that right above the top right shoulder of Wallstead, sneaking it past Hughes, just getting it past Zuccarello's stick. Beautiful. All right. Sam Malinsky with the goal. Now here comes the offense of it. Blankenship will send that up for Malinsky. Now here down below, Kadri will play chase. Intercepted by Colorado up top. Burns sends that down. That's going to be saved by Wallstead. Kadri takes a shot. Saved by Wallstead. Wallstead covers that up. Whoa. Keep attacking that boy. Keep attacking him. Attack him. Keep up the relentless attack. His inexperience will show. Keep attacking him. All right. Face off now. It's going to be won by Minnesota. Sporosian sends that up. Can't fully get that clear. Puck is going to stay in the offensive zone for Colorado, now into the neutral zone. Drury will send that down into the corner. Middleton plays chase. Back behind it goes. O'Connor turnover, looking shot, goal! 2-0! Jack Drury extends the lead by 1. The turnover from Pelengio. 2 goals in less than 2 minutes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Middleton just giving that up. LOC finding Drury, who gets it past Wallstead again. The fourth line from Colorado showing up. The third defensive line showing up. Your depth is showing up, and you love that. Now here comes the Wild. 2 goals in under a minute play. Minnesota they got to try and get it. Momentum's all in Colorado's favor. Nichushkin has it now in the offensive zone up top for Kuliak. Kuliak will send that over. Send that down behind Wallstead, who will cover that up. And now we got Tuffle with Brock Faber and Gabriel Landeskog going at it, throwing haymakers as the refs get in and stop the pile. This favors Colorado if Faber goes to the box, too. You'll probably have both Landeskog and Faber go to box, and we'll have 4-on-4. Landy checks breaking out here in Ball Arena. Landeskog and Faber just fighting in the paint. Just old school grit down there. And now they're both, and then they just go at it. You love it. Love to see it. I give Brock Faber a lot of credit with that one. So it's a power play for Colorado. They give them both 2, and then Brock Faber 1 for cross-checking. So Colorado will go on the power play. And they'll send, I believe, Hartman to the box. to join favor. All right. Could be a nightmare now for Minnesota. Colorado on the power play. Now, the one thing for Minnesota go in favor, our power play is not that good. And that's our one Achilles heel is the power play. 5-on-5, we'll score 2 goals in less than a minute. No issues. No matter how good your team is, we will do that. Now, can we strike in the power play, which is going to be here? Face off. It's going to be covered by Sporosian, who will try to send that down. And now they will. Now Minnesota will bring it up ice. They'll send that down. Now Colorado's power play will take it. Natchez will come up with some speed. Natchez stops right before the blue line, dumps off for McKinnon. McKinnon with some space. McKinnon, centering pass not there. Now across again towards Wallside, who has to cover up. One-timer from Kadri. That was dangerous. Minnesota almost got caught in a big one-on-one with McKinnon. If it wasn't for Sporosian's veteran experience stopping that would have been 3-0. I like Wallstead. Very good goalie. A lot of potential. But with a full speed McKinnon, that's hard to stop one-on-one with him. Minnesota will get the clear after the face-off. Wedgwood will slow that down as Devon Taves taking the spot of Cale Makar will give it to Natchez. Natchez drops that off as he plays, retreats for McKinnon. McKinnon brings it in. McKinnon takes the shot, save, rebound, shot, look at it go! Wall set way outside, and we are 3-0. Dominant first period by Colorado. Power play dominating, offensively dominated, defensively shutting them down. 12 shots. "3-0, baby," as Lehkonen gets the goal. McKinnon with the assist. Beauty. That's just the presence of McKinnon having 2 people paying attention. It allows a guy like Arturi Lehkonen to sneak in, have a one-on-one with an open net with Sporosian just in his way. And it's not an easy day when you got Lecky, who's very good in the power play for the Avalanche. Now here we go. Power play is over. Now here comes Nelson trying to just bully ball his way through the middle of the ice. It's not going to go good. Now here comes the Wild. They'll bring it up. Now Wedgwood will calm that down and safe send that behind. Malinsky will send that up to Ross Colton. Ross Colton will bring it up. Colton with some space sends it over to Taves. Taves dumps off for Nichushkin. Nichushkin across ice, centering pass shot's going to be wide of the net. Ooh. Minnesota will send that down in the neutral zone. And it will go all the way down. Icing is waved off. Malinsky gets pushed into the boards by Kaprizov. Ooh, whoever dodged that hit. Shout out to you, homeboy. Quinn Hughes getting pressure from LOC. They'll dump that back behind now. Brojan will send that across ice. Now here comes the Wild. Oh, big hit at center ice. Coming down Broadway is denied. Whoo! Brojan sends that across to Tarasenko. Shot's going to be denied by Wedgwood. Now Logan O'Connell's going to send that up ice as Minnesota will take it. They'll settle it down. Sporosian will have control of the puck. Sporosian sends that across for Quinn Hughes as he goes and change. Now Quinn Hughes with Nicholas Waugh all over him, sends that up into the offensive zone as they play chase. Nichushkin sends that down, boldly lays a hit. Malinsky now fighting for it now with Blankenship down in the corner. Blankenberg, correction. Across now, centering pass denied by Wedgwood. Shot again, and Minnesota brings it within 2. 4-goal period. Minnesota needed that. It's now a 2-goal lead for Colorado. Wedgwood just getting blockers in front from Johansson, boldly screens. Wedgwood couldn't track it. Very good offensive shift there by Minnesota. Johansson with his 18th career postseason goal. All right. Still a 2-score game. Don't let this stop how you approach this. Keep being physical, keep being aggressive, and get those shots on net, boys. Now here comes Martin Necas. Martin Necas dumps off for Lehkonen. Lehkonen gets that poked away and stolen away as they get that in the neutral zone, and Kuliak will settle that down. He'll send that over to Lehkonen. Lehkonen now, taking time, dumps that off for Kuliak. Kuliak will send that across to Blakenberg, who will send that down and around as Lehkonen will have control of it. Lehkonen with some behind the net. Sorry, pass. Oh, by Nelson, that's going to be covered up by Wallstead. Do you play best from behind? Well, do you play best from behind, but it isn't looking good now? I mean, right? I mean, that was huge, though. You keep the crowd settled down. You calm that down a little bit. You slow down the momentum Colorado has, and now you got to take control of the momentum. You got to keep this first 2 lines of Colorado on their heels. You keep them on the heels, that's going to force the 4th and 3rd line for us to come up. And that's going to really is what's going to save you, homeboy. That's what's going to save you if you're trying to face up. You got to make our depth beat you, which is possible. That's what Dallas did past 2 years. Do I feel more comfortable now than I did in the beginning? Yeah, because you have the 2-goal game, but I know that bitch ain't safe. The one lead that's never safe is hockey. 2-goal.
That's why the LeBron James Family Foundation is partnering with Indeed, because everyone's skills deserve to be seen. No matter the person, just one opportunity can help the world work better.
All right. Bro, I'm still trying to figure out who's that. Discover.
But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere. I got it, Dwayne Jetski.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Mortal Kombat is upon us.
Bro, Mortal Kombat kind of looks good. I'm not gonna lie. That shit looks like it's gonna be a good movie. All right. That goal started with Boley just poking that puck free, allowing for Colorado not to be able to clear it, and then going down in front, setting the screen on Wedgwood, making it difficult for him to track. Now here we go. Face off, won by the Wild. Here comes Kaprizov. Kaprizov sends it over to Hartman. Hartman try to get it across ice to Hughes. Hughes back up to Kaprizov. Kaprizov sends that to Hughes. Hughes driving in now. Hughes with some space with Nelson. Sends that across. Shot. Score! Oh! My goodness. This is an interest. What is this game? Hartman gets the goal. Colorado's going to look at it, see if it was goalie interference. Very aggressive. I just want to see here. I don't think so, but. Oh, yeah, that's clear. Hartman and Hughes getting it work, getting the job done down low. The puck just takes a bounce you don't want for Wedgwood. He saw it, just sneaks under the pads. Now here we go. Momentum in favor of Minnesota as Faber sends that down. Now back up. Kuliak's going to have to retreat with Molinsky. Kuliak will take the puck. Oof, indeed. Now all the way down, it goes for an icing call. I just want to know, is Kale okay? Like, I haven't seen him since the beginning of the first. Like, is Makar okay? Quinn Hughes gets the assist. 5 goals in 4 minutes and 52 seconds. That's close to averaging a goal a minute in the last 5 minutes of play. All right. No word on Makar yet. 10 plus 10 even strength goal versus Dallas. Crazy. And now it's 2-2 even strength goals here. It's going to be a fun battle with 5-on-5 in this series compared to the Dallas one. Now all the way down, Natchez is going to play chase with Hughes. They blow off icing because of Natchez's aggression. Now McKinnon will keep it. Faber will get that favor. Kaprizov will get that poked away as Malinsky goes and plays retreat with Hartman right on him. Malinsky sends that up into the neutral zone for Natchez. Natchez to McKinnon. McKinnon spins. Natchez now cross shot denied. That probably would have went in if it wasn't for, I believe that was Hartman. Natchez shot covered up by Wallstead. What a great defensive play. All right, back behind Middleton. We'll send that up as Burns tries to keep that in. Colorado will take it. Nelson will try to send that up and down into the bench it goes. So we'll have a face-off here. 2:39 left to go. Watch, we're going to have like 0 goals until the third, and then the third's just going to explode with back and forth. All right. Cale Makar is back to the bench, which is good for Colorado. Malinsky will have it. He'll send that up into the neutral zone. Now LOC is going to play in the corner with Sporosian over him. They'll get that now into the neutral zone. Blankford gets it to O'Connor. O'Connor, with some space, takes the shot on Wallstead, who will easily cover that up. Now fight for it in the corner. Drury now gets that. Try to get it to Kelly, who gets knocked down. Now here comes Trennan with Devontae's over him. Pokes that away. Trennan still trying to get it as we have a fight for it in the near side. Boley will take control. Up top shot. Denied by Colorado's defense. Minnesota keeps it in, though. Trennan, again, wide of the net. Boldly kicks it off. Johansson trying to wrap around the net. Didn't have the luck. He'll kick it up top. Johansson with space. He'll take that shot. That's going to be blocked off of Landeskog's stick and into the defensive zone as Landeskog will play pressure as changes will happen for Colorado. Now behind the net, Minnesota will have it. They'll bring it up ice into the neutral zone. Turnover now from Martin Natchez, who tried to take a shot, couldn't. Matt Boley settles that down. Now Lehkonen tried to get Natchez on a feed. Couldn't get it. Now here comes Minnesota. All right. Here comes the Avalanche. McKinnon now with some space, taking his time, dumps that off for the young defenseman. Now here comes Lehkonen. Lehkonen across. Kuliak sends that towards the net. That's going to be denied by Brock Faber in the Wild. Natchez will take that puck away in the neutral zone. Faber will take it back. Faber looking, sends that down and around the boards. Back up for Quinn Hughes, who will send that around to up top to Hughes. Hughes looking, takes the shot, denied by Colorado when he tries to get that down towards Wedgwood. McKinnon now will fight for it on the other side. Lay out for Lengio, who will send that around ice. Back up top it goes. Faber to Hughes. Hughes now on the near side with Lehkonen over him. Hughes trying to get something going. Couldn't get the space he needed. Now Falengio with some space takes that shot. Covered up by Wedgwood with 12 seconds left to go. Shout out to you guys on TikTok. 100 likes. Appreciate you. As Makar will come on the ice. So he is good and back on the ice, which is good to see. Minnesota, Colorado will play again at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. I will not be able to stream that. I'll be at work. And then same with Game 3. So you'll have me for Game 4 after this. McCarr just went on the ice to try and test it out. Looks like a leg injury. Hopefully he's okay. Shout out to No Thomas for the legs. Now up top, Kaprizov sends that down. Denied by Brock Nelson. Hartman now trying to get it. That's going to go off the back of the board. As Hartman loses his stick. And now McCarr will skate more as we are at the end of the first, trying to get himself back into it before he heads to the locker room. 3-2 heading into the first intermission. What an aggressive period. Absolutely love it. Old school hockey. Both teams bruised, beaten, finding ways. Colorado's fourth line finding ways. The power play finally showing up for the Avalanche as a way as well. And then, of course, 5-on-5 with the Wild doing what they do. Matt Boldy and, of course, Sporosian stepping in huge for Faber when Minnesota got their 2 goals defensively. Both sides been here. They've been huge. They've been big.
Oh, and the answer is 8. 8 spiders.
And now watch, we're going to have a very, very, very quiet second period. And the third's going to come out interesting. Hopefully Colorado gets a win in the third.
As it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to look for. This is beauty. Exceptional by design. Get 0.9% APR, plus current eligible non-GM owners get up to $22.50 purchase allowance on GMs, plus no monthly payments for 90 days.
Oh, wow. You guess the service was out? I didn't even notice. It really is America's best guarantee, huh?
Turns out doing the right thing without someone having to ask is always appreciated. Remember when I told you, Blake, you are enough? You said, thanks, Dad. And then we had that amazing handshake.
Oh, wait, are you a magician?
I don't know. I'm going to check your pocket. When the connection matters, it has to
All
be
right.
TNT.
Overall, let's look at the stats here of the first period. Of course, Colorado up 3-2 for the Wild. Let's start off. Kirill Kaprizov has an assist. Johansson has a goal as well. And Ryan Hartman as well with 1 point. Quinn Hughes has an assist. Those are all the points from the Wild. Now for the Avalanche, Martin Necas has 2 points. Arturi Lehkonen with 1 point himself. Jack Drury with a point as well from his goal. LOC with an assist and a point from the Drury goal. Nathan McKinnon with an assist from the Arturi Lehkonen goal. Sam Walensky with the goal and a point himself. Overall, very, very feisty, very hard game. Scott Wedgwood has 2 goals allowed, 9 shots allowed, 7 saves. So not the best period you want. Jasper Wall said just being brutally attacked, hanging on for dear life. In fact, he kept that to 3. It's impressive right there. And he settled it down after that 3-goal run by Colorado, allowing his team to make a run at themselves. Now let's look at the rest of the NHL. Yesterday, you had the Carolina Hurricanes taking Game 1, and the Colorado and Minnesota are fighting for Game 1. Today, in the first round of the playoffs, you had the Game 7 with Montreal and Tampa Bay, with Montreal taking the win, so they'll go ahead and play Buffalo on Wednesday. tomorrow you got the Flyers, Hurricanes, and the Ducks and Golden Knights battling it out. And then Tuesday is the Avalanche and Wild. Game 2, Game 1 of the Sabres and Canadians will be Wednesday. As well as Wednesday, you have the Ducks, Golden Knights, Game 2. Game 3 of the Carolina Hurricanes is going to be May 7th. Game 2 of Sabres, Canadians is May 7th. Game 3 of Ducks, Golden Knights will be Friday. Saturday, you'll have Game 4. Game 3 of the Avalanche one will be Saturday. Game 3 as well. And then Game 4s will come on Sunday. And then the Avalanche will have their Game 4 versus Wild on Monday. So I'll be live next Monday.
Intermission report. Colorado intimidates with speed. They buzzed to 3 goals in a span of 121 seconds. Only problem is Minnesota doesn't really get intimidated. They respond with 2 goals in 62 seconds. And just like that, it just 3-2 Avs after a frenetic first period in the series opener between these two clubs.
Appreciate everyone in the chat. You guys are absolutely amazing and awesome, and I appreciate you guys a lot. If you guys are on the YouTube side, what up? I am your boy.
Colorado came out. Yeah, we wanted what, rested or rusty? They're not rusty.
No.
I remember everyone was saying we were going to be rusty. And here we are. We vibing. We chilling. We're doing what we need. Don't make me regret this lane.
And as you can see here, when you're heading back, your one job is to not get beat down the ice by your defenseman. And what happens here is Kirill Kaprizov off the faceoffs has it in perfect position, and then ends up letting this guy go. And as you can see it the other way, you can see Zuccarello on the other side. He points, he says, make sure you have your guy. And then all of a sudden, you got a stride from center ice in. And then Walensky's
this has been fun.
Activates, puts the burners on, and Nate just finds him as a late guy, and he scores the goal.
And their speed intimidates you, not just in the offensive zone, but also defensively, too. I mean, they're so quick to contact that causes Middleton to fumble that pass there. Drury takes advantage of it. Quinn Hughes last series, I don't think he got bodied enough by the Dallas Stars. The Chichkin on the body. Here you see here you see Landeskog in front of the net versus Faber. I mean, coach, if you're coaching the Colorado Avalanche, you're going to make sure you're punishing Faber and Hughes every single chance you get, because hopefully will wear them down, but also make them move the puck a lot sooner than they want to.
Exactly. And again, we talked about it previously, like both teams, D, are going to be heavily involved in the rush and on the cycle games. And anytime you get a chance to forecheck those guys, you want to eliminate them. Now, on the Kaprizov one, the one thing you're always telling your forwards coming into the check your shoulder. The most dangerous guy is usually the guy coming late. You got to trust your 3 forward, the 2 forward, D, and the forward to take care of the initial 3. The other 2 forwards coming back. That's a long story. Guys, which they don't do. You come into this zone, either zone, with these 2 teams, and you're watching the puck, someone's going to get open, and they have the skill level to make those plays and find those guys.
You talk about
all right, boys, what's going on?
That's what happened to Colorado, right? Because the big question mark going into the second period is Bell picked up a car. He only played a minute 11 in the first.
How we doing?
Marcus did see him return to the bench late in the period. He kind of went out for a little twirl, didn't put a whole lot of weight on his leg. Arguably the best defender in the world. He's not on the innings for any of these goals, and it feels like in some ways Minnesota had an opportunity to take advantage of this, and they did. They went out, they scored those 2 goals, tightened up this game.
I love how it's telling me who's getting stuff even away.
Every opportunity. And when you lose a defenseman like that, now you've got 5D. Some of those guys are going to have to play left one shift, right the next shift. Sometimes that causes confusion coming into your zone, and I think that's what happens on the Hartman's goal. You got Burns on the left, you got Taves on the right. That's not their normal position, so they're out of position because they have to play 5D, and you've got to be able to play.
Let's take a look at a couple of those Minnesota goals here, because they get back in this game, and listen, they're writing down Josh Manson, right? So you got guys taking minutes that maybe they didn't want, and now you have McCarr out there as well.
You end up seeing Burns ends up being on the left side here. He's typically a righty. Well, this is it right here. And he's going to end up going.
Oh, that's why they had Burns on the left side. Yes, Burns can handle that typically, but versus a very good team, Mistakes are going to happen. Burns used to playing one way. Taves used to playing the same way.
You got to know where your partner is. If your partner's on the slot, then you've got to protect the net front. You always want to be around that. You shouldn't be. That's a free, right? But the other thing, and it's going to apply to both teams, you better not take your foot off the gas pedal. Because both of these teams can score. And then they're getting off control. And they're going to come back at you. They're not going to just roll over and die. And all of a sudden it's a 3-2 game. And you almost seem like Colorado just stopped coming at them a little bit. Let Minnesota come at them. You're on your heels a little bit. They're going to make you pay. You cannot take your foot off. Especially against a team like Minnesota. They can score. Very dangerous in games. They're very dangerous in games.
All right. Very good first period. Both sides playing it. Colorado, when they let off just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. Minnesota took over, made it pay. All right. We're heading to commercial break. Shout out to all of you guys in the world. All right. Love to see this. Oh, here we are. No, I don't want other lives. No, no. Ah, shit, it's Billy. No! No! Bro, if I see Matt Boley in this series just attacking on a breakaway on a 1-on-2 versus Taves and McCarr, I'm gonna get deja vu. Like the Team Canada fans are gonna get deja vu. And I'm gonna be like, oh, that's what it feels like. Imagine. All right, both sides getting themselves ready. We have second period come up. Do you think whoever wins this series wins the cup? Honestly, I do. I do. Like, these are, in my opinion, Dallas, Minnesota, Colorado. Whoever came out of the fucking bloodbath that was coming from the two matchups from that was going to win the cup. Being completely honest. Or at least represent the West. Because, I'm sorry, Minnesota's better than Vegas. Minnesota's better than Anaheim. The winner of this game is going to represent the West in the Stanley Cup. I get Vegas is on a hot streak with Torts back behind the bench coaching again as a head coach and not an assistant coach. But, like, Jack Eichel, Mitch Marner, don't get me wrong, Vegas has dogs. Mark Stone. But the depth from both Colorado and Minnesota is way better than the Vegas Golden Knights. And you look at the depth not only on the forwards, but defensively. You look at Colorado, you got Devontae Skell-McCarr, Josh Manson, Brett Kuliak, Brett Burns, Sam Malinsky. That's a damn good defensive core. And then you look at Minnesota, Rogen, Middleton, Hughes, Faber, the best. Like, I love McCarr and Taves. Top two defensive unit. But they're not one because, number one, they're playing against right now. When Minnesota added Quinn Hughes, that's when, in my opinion, they took it. Because Faber is just as good of a defenseman as Taves, but is better offensively. Now, if you're talking 2-3 years ago, different story. Like, if the defensive unit of Colorado was 2 years ago, I would make the argument Colorado's better. But with Taves' the age game there, I got to give the edge to Minnesota. Because Faber's only getting better. Hughes is in his prime. McCarr's in his prime. But with Taves getting older and the offensive side of the puck not really there as much, it goes to Minnesota. But, like, I love Anaheim too. Leon Carlson, Chris Kreider out there. They're not beating Vegas. It was this Ducks team is a fun story. Like, I love this Ducks team so much. I do. That I loved it so much. I went out and bought a Ducks hat. And I will be wearing this probably if I stream something that's not Colorado this series. Feels good that a Wild hater is talking good about them. More faith in the Wild. Hey, hey, Jared, yes, I hate you guys with a passion, but I'm not gonna let the hate allow me to say delusional stuff. Like, y'all are a damn good team. Probably this matchup will probably be the most nervous I'll get this playoffs. Like, if we advance, if we win this in 6, 7, 5, 4, however much we win it, I'll be nervous, yeah, but not so bad. All right, here we go. We got second periods about to kick off. Easily the best two teams left. I agree. I think a team that's going to give them both a run for the money in the cup is Carolina. Carolina, Montreal. I think Buffalo's going to get eliminated by Montreal the second round. And I think Carolina's going to eliminate Philly, and that's going to be a damn good conference final. What's up, Sean? All right, McKinnon is going to face it off and win it, but Kaprizov's going to turn it over and try to get something to Hartman, who's going to lay a hit. And now McKinnon's going to poke that away as he's trying to get somebody against Faber and Hughes, as Faber will have control of the puck. Faber in the neutral zone will kick it off to Kaprizov, back up to Faber, who will get that thrown away, and we have an offsides by Kirill Kaprizov. Damn. First time trying the watermelon mics. I fuck with it. Like, I love original mics. The original Mike's Hard Lemonade, good. But the watermelon one's actually pretty damn good. Oh, no. Lehkonen is going to the penalty box for tripping on Kaprizov. So Minnesota will have a power play and can tie this up here. Matt Bodley will win the faceoff. Bodley looking, sends that down and around, and up top it'll go for Kaprizov. Kaprizov sends it down to Zuccarello. Zuccarello tries to get it to Bodley, who'll get that poked away by Valdichushin, and Hughes will take it. As Hughes couldn't get the space he wants like he usually does. Now he does. Hughes will have to be forced to bring it up ice now. Hughes looking, sends that over up top for Zuccarello, who gets that poked away by Nelson. Nelson will poke it in the neutral zone, all over Zuccarello as he'll go and change it. And now here comes Zuccarello. Zuccarello now with the clean entry. Kicks that down in the corner for Brock Faber, down behind the net, which he really doesn't do much. Up top for Matt Bovey. Sends that to Zuccarello. Zuccarello now looking back to Matt Bowley. Matt Bowley with some space down in the corner up top to Hughes. Hughes back to Bowley. Bowley, watch a cross ice pass for Hughes. Sends that down low. Kaprizov shot. Saved by Scott Wedgwood. As Nichushkin and Bowley's getting into it in front of the paint. Not much, but just a little shove here and there. This is what you like to see from a car. Stopping Zuccarello from getting a screen so Wedgwood can just track Kaprizov the whole way. All right. 59 seconds left to go in the power play as Brock Nelson will have control. Up top, Hughes sends it to Bowley, who will send that down. Kaprizov with Zuccarello behind the net. Parker Kelly now will take a puck, and he'll send that up as they keep that in. What a good play by Matt Bowley now. Quinn Hughes with it. Hughes heading towards Wedgwood, sends that down for Zuccarello behind the net. Zuccarello will send that up to Bowley on the far side by the blue line. Send that down towards Wedgwood, wide of the net. Hughes will take control. And then near side corner up top for Faber. Faber back over for Hughes. Hughes with space in front for Kaprizov, who gets that puck just blocked by Kuliak. Back up top, it goes to Faber. Faber sends that down wide of the net as Parker Kelly is fighting for it with Quinn Hughes on the far side, near side corner now. Kuliak and Zuccarello will join. Up top, Brock Nelson will easily clear that and send that down, and that'll kill the penalty for Minnesota. And Colorado gets what they need back at full strength. First line is out here with McKinnon, Lehkonen, and HS. Lehkonen stops it. Turnover. Lehkonen across that ice, couldn't get it as Taves and Malinsky plays chase. Dave sends that up in the neutral zone. Sends that down. Wallstead will settle it down as he finds Middleton. Middleton has a turnover. Nature's across. Malinsky sends that down in front. Loose puck. Wallstead finally covers it up as we'll have a face-off. Middleton has been very sloppy with the turnovers. On the Malinsky goal, had that right to Devon Taves. All right. New line out there for the Avalanche, the third line. Kadri will lose the face-off as Middleton will have fight for it now. Wall behind ice gets laid out by Middleton. Now across, Malinsky will send that down as it will go behind Wallstead. Will call him and Donna. And now Kadri fighting with Middleton. Wall will get the turnover. Wall looking, dumps it off behind for Colton, who will send that down. Rebound is going to be right into Tarasenko's stick as they'll get that in the neutral zone. Now here comes Tarasenko. Looking, gets that poked away and stolen away by Kadri. Here comes Nazem Kadri. Kadri with some space, sends that across the ice. Looking, try to get something to Colton, who just slips and falls. Now here comes Minnesota as they'll send that down and change. Now Cale Makar will have it. He'll kick it over up top forward. Val Nichushkin. Nichushkin takes the shot. Wallstead, save made by him. Rebound by Nichushkin. Now up. Blankenberg rips that. That's going to be denied by the Wild. Now Minnesota will get the turnover. Could have had a breakaway, but don't now, as Flangio will send that down as he plays chase, as he gets sent into the boards. Now he keeps control. Tried a quick redirect by Nelson. Couldn't get it. Now Makar will get it up to Nichushkin. Nichushkin potentially 2-on-1 ahead. Blankenberg. Shot goal! Blankenberg with his first NHL goal! The young defenseman on the 2-on-1 scores from the beautiful pass from Val Nichushkin. Blankenberg gets his first career playoff goal. The depth of this Avalanche team. Back to a 2-point game. Beautiful. I love it. This is what you want, especially if he can show this playoffs he is a future and can replace Burns. That'll be huge for the Avalanche. You pair him and Malinsky on that third line. That's beautiful. Now here we go. First line fighting for the puck. Natchez will send that for Brett Burns. Brett Burns now behind the ice will send that around. Up top, Natchez fighting for it now with Faber. McKinnon sends that across. Wedgwood will redirect it to Brett Burns. Brett Burns will send that in the neutral zone. Now McKinnon will have some space, and McKinnon will try to send that in front, and that's going to be denied with Lehkonen trying to poke that in, and Wallstead says no, as Minnesota will take a shot at Wedgwood, and Wedgwood will deny it. Now here comes Brett Kuliak. Brett Kuliak now will bring it up. Kuliak sends that down into the corner, and Nick Blankenberg assisted with Nichushkin. Turnover. LOC couldn't hang on. He had a one-on-one opportunity with Wallstead. Now Taves and Makar will play deep as Minnesota brings it in. Makar sends that up into the neutral zone. Wallstead will come out of the goal and play that into the neutral zone. They'll send that. Now behind. Boley and Taves going at it. Taves takes Boley down to the ice. Fight for it now. Johansson will join in. Back around in front. Parker Kelly will have it. He'll kick it, try to kick it out as they'll send that back in, and Makar will play it as changes happen. He'll send that in the neutral zone for O'Connor. O'Connor now sends that deep. Now Kadri fighting for it as well. Big hit from O'Connor. Gets it to Blankenberg. Blankenberg will send that over to O'Connor to Malinsky back up top. Sends that down. It's going to be icing call on the Avalanche. Crowd is loving it. All right, face off. Won by Minnesota. Hughes will play it. Hughes very close to the blue line. Keeps it in, though. as they have it now. Minnesota trying to get it. Colorado will get this turnover and the puck. Now here comes Ross Colton. Colton will bring it in. We have an offsides call. I'm so happy for Blankenberg.
Redirect by Nelson to get it. Now McCarr will get it up to Nugent. That's 2-on-1 ahead. Wait for shot goal. Blankenberg with his first NHL goal. That's 2-on-1 ahead.
Just verify something. Check. Give me a second. We got a couple with us.
Holy fuck, boys. Yeah, I thought Dallas played that. The only one pulled up like a fucking snake.
All right, here we go. Minnesota will have the puck, and they'll send it in the neutral zone as Yakutrenin finds Tarasenko, who scores back and forth. Bro, what is this game? Let's see. Good zone entry. Just Blankenberg, what are you doing? Gets it. I don't blame Wedgwood. Yes, he got to make that save. He went too far to the right on Tarasenko, not being able to stop it, but wouldn't have happened if fucking wouldn't have happened if Blankenberg did not allow him to go deep. All right, face off is won by the Wild. Hits me off. All right, 5-4 now in the corner. Ricard with Kaprizov. McKinnon will send that around. Natchez now sends that up into the offensive zone. And Torres Wallstead, who has to play it and into the neutral zone, Hughes will play it with Natchez over him. Hughes not able to really outskate because everyone he's skating with is just as fast and shifty as he is. Now Hartman tried to get a summary pass, couldn't. As Hughes plays retreat with McKinnon now on him. Back up top, it goes. Kaprizov couldn't hang on. Natchez tried to get that puck as they send that down and around for Devon Taves, who will easily control it. Taves will bring it up as the Avalanche start their changes. He'll kick it over forward for McCarr, who will send that deep with Landeskog playing it with Natchez still on that ice. Now that's sent all the way down and icing call. All right. Walensky tried a one-timer from up top, couldn't get it. Now Matt Boley with some space with Walensky over him, couldn't hang on. He slips to the ice in the corner now. Nichushkin fighting for it. He'll kick it over for Kuliak, and they'll play it now. Here comes Nichushkin. Nichushkin making some moves. Nichushkin behind the net with Middleton up top. It goes. Kuliak one-timer wide of the net as Walensky takes the puck to the face. And now Middleton will come up ice. Middleton with some space. Middleton now behind the net with Kuliak looking for something. Now that puck's going to go in the neutral zone as Minnesota starts changing. Landeskog will force to retreat so Colorado can change, and they do. Now Broken Stick has to kick the puck as Landeskog smells water in the blood. Now behind it goes Blankenberg, and on defense with Brett Burns. Brett Burns sends that over to Blankenberg. Blankenberg will send that up. Druin fighting for it. Now behind the net it goes. Brett Burns will take it and bring it up himself as he sends that across. Now here comes around the world up top. McCarr takes the shot. That's going to be saved by Wallstead behind the netting. McCarr will play it. He'll send that across, try to get it to Drury for a down in the paint type of goal as Drury tried to lay a hit, couldn't get it. Now here comes the Wild trying to get something on Wedgwood, couldn't get it. Taves will take it away. Now Devon Taves will find Logan O'Connor in the neutral zone, who will get that stone away by Minnesota. That will be poked into the offensive zone for Colorado as Kadri's playing aggressive. Now here comes Wild. They'll take the shot wide of the net. Tarasenko down low couldn't get that to McCarr will take it though and send that into the offensive zone as Ross Colton goes and play chase. Colton sends that to Wah with the stick work, sends that down to Colton. Colton sends that to the net with Wah with the rebound now in the near side corner. Wah fighting for it now. Down low, and they'll get that now. Now Minnesota will get that puck cleared as Kuliak will grab it and play retreat as both sides will change. Kuliak will find Cherry Lehkonen, who dumps that in. As Minnesota sends that down, this crowd's getting back into it to try and keep the momentum going. Now, wrister from Kaprizov's denied by Wedgwood, who couldn't hang on. Middleton up top, and they send that down. That's going to be denied by Wedgwood again, who sends that down. Hartman now behind the net with Kaprizov, tries to center pass, couldn't get it. Lehkonen sends that up. Middleton keeps that in. Lehkonen fighting for it. McKinnon will finally get that to McCarr, who will get that to Natchez. Natchez now with the offensive entry. Looking, sends that down in the corner towards McKinnon. Minnesota sends that back. Now McKinnon with the turnover. McKinnon tried to send that down for Lehkonen in front of the net. Couldn't get it as Blankenberg will play retreat. Blankenberg now slows down as both sides will change. Here comes Blankenberg. He'll send that up ice. That'll be tipped in by Colorado. Nelson will take it behind the net. He'll send that up boards for Blankenberg, who will take the shot. Saved by Wallstead with Landeskog in front of the net. 8:17 remaining in the second. Blankenberg, I just love it. Just belly flops into the boards after his goal. High scoring game. What's this Liberty commercial, bro?
The 3 for Me only at Chili's is now available with a big crispy chicken sandwich that's so big the McDonald's McCrispy has nowhere to hide. Oh, never mind. It was hiding right there. Hey, little fella. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
You serve our country. You put in the hours. You've given your all. That's why Navy Federal Credit Union is proud to provide you and your family with the financial support and award-winning member service you deserve. Because you've earned it. All veterans and their families can join Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Take on me, take on me, take me on, take on me. Currently interviewing Gabriel Landeskog. All right, face off now with Brock Nelson, Gabriel Landeskog, Nichushkin, McCarr, and Taves. The Avalanche face off. Won by Colorado. McCarr will send that over to Devon Taves. Taves will send that deep in the corner as Nelson's fighting for it. Middleton, Nelson now getting poked. And Nichushkin will send that up for Taves, who sends that down and around the net as Nelson goes and fights, lays a man into a board. Now up top, McCarr will send that down. Saved by Wallstead as Middleton will take it. Middleton, who's made sloppy mistakes, gets it to Johansson, who sends that up in the neutral zone for Boldy. And we'll have a offsides call. All right, here we go. Face off won by the Wild. They lay Blankenberg into the board. Now Wall fighting for it. Blankenberg gets back up and joins in. Now fight for it again with Blankenberg. Again, that's going to be poked away as Bodley will send that up top for Hughes. Hughes with some speed. With Kadri on him. Hughes sends that down and scores. Wedgwood wants interference. We'll see what happens, but Quinn Hughes, as of now, ties it. Let's see. Wedgwood is calling for interference. Let's see this. This is going to be our back thing. That was a beautiful goal by Hughes first off. Yeah, that was Blankenberg who hits Wedgwood, so it won't be interference. All right. What up? Here we go. 4-4. What a game. Face off won by Minnesota. They'll send that up for Kaprizov. Kaprizov now with some speed finds Hartman. Hartman gets going to hang on in the neutral zone. He'll lob that down. As Wedgwood will take it and dumps it off for Kuliak. Kuliak sends that up top for Lehkonen. Lehkonen across ice for Kuliak. Dumps it off for McKinnon. McKinnon now working with Faber. Natchez will join in as Minnesota will take it. Kaprizov sends that up in the neutral zone as McCarr will take it and retreat. McCarr gets it to Natchez, who falls down, but gets it to McCarr. McCarr working with space, tried to break the zone, couldn't, but McKinnon gets it. McKinnon fighting for it, sends that up and towards Wallstead, who will take it as Colorado changes. Now here comes Brock Faber. Brock Faber now gets it to Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes sends that deep into the corner. He just lobs that up. And What's the same? Seems you have lost your enthusiasm now. I'm just in awe by this game. Definitely a lot for us to learn from this, but you gotta take it what you can take and run. Now, Connor tried to force the turnover, couldn't take outside the zone in time. So offsides. Quinn Hughes, who's been big this postseason for the Wild. Now here we go. Fight for it at center ice. Going to be won by the Avalanche as Kuliak sends out and he gets sent to the boards. Now Minnesota will have it in the neutral zone. Turnover. Colorado will dump that in as Drury will go and play chase. This fourth line for Colorado is trying to get something going. O'Connell fighting for it with Flengio. They'll send that up top for Burns across for Kuliak. Kuliak sends that down. Now fight for it. Again, turnover by Colorado. They'll send that in. Wallstead will glove it. Keep being aggressive. Keep attacking Wallstead. If you're Wedgwood, just settle down. The defense is getting too sloppy, not playing cohesion as they did versus LA. They don't know. This defense hasn't found a way to approach the shiftiness of Kaprizov, Hughes, mainly Hughes over Kaprizov, though, if I'm being honest. And that's been killing them. Cherry, cherry lady, don't do the motion. Shout out to the TikTok. Y'all been huge. All right. Oh, 3-0. He choked that lead. Got too soft after he went up. Minnesota took advantage of that. Gotta go back to how he played. How you played to start off this period, how you played the first, really go back to that. Go back to your game. Aggressive. Go back to big hits. Make it difficult for Hughes. Make it tough. All right, now turnover. McKinnon finds Landeskog. Landeskog behind the net, looking in front. All right, line change. Nelson tried the one timer, couldn't get it. Now Taves will have it. Taves sends that up for McKinnon. McKinnon looking, getting pressure, tries to send that down the ice, couldn't. Now Tarasenko will send that back as McCarr and Taves will play it. Now here comes McCarr on the near side. He sends that up in the neutral zone. As Landeskog will try to settle it down. Minnesota fighting for it. Now it's still a fight for the puck with Burov now. Now behind McCarr will send that across for Taves. Taves will send that down. Now up top, Johansson will have it. He'll send that down. Wedgwood will slow it down and send that around the board. Try to get it clear, couldn't, but now Wall try to get that clear. And Goldie will keep that in. Now, if they score here, Disregard what I was going to say. As well said, we'll send that across now. Minnesota will play it in the neutral zone. Hartman finds Favor. Favor. Cross for Kaprizov back to Bodley. Bodley now down below for Kaprizov, and Wedgwood just covers. And Kaprizov ready to try and just poke that in. All right, here we go now. Face off at center ice. McKinnon now wins it as Taves will have it. Taves now bringing it up in the neutral zone. Taves centering for McKinnon. McKinnon with some space and draws a penalty. Now in front, Wolczak gloves it down. McKinnon a little frustrated. Now power play coming for Colorado. Brock Faber goes to the bench. Power play now for Colorado. 1-for-1 today. If they want to prove this is what's going to make or break Colorado's season, potentially the power play, they have to strike. Faceoff's going to be won by Minnesota as they send that all the way down as Wedgwood will slow that down. Now here comes the Avalanche. McCarr dumps that off for Natchez. Natchez dumps that for McKinnon. Now McKinnon will bring it up ice. McKinnon slips and falls as Flungio will just send that down. Wedgwood calms it down and we'll try this again. Now here comes McCarr. McCarr will get it to Natchez. Natchez dumps off for McCarr down low for Landeskog, who gets that poked away. Now here comes Cale McCarr. McCarr. Fake dropping off for McKinnon. He'll dump it off for Landeskog. Landeskog will dump it off for McKinnon. And now here comes Minnesota with a breakaway. Flungio sends it as he scores and knocks the goal all the way. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Like I said, the power plays is our fucking Achilles heel. Seen this so much this year. Crazy. McKinnon just, oh. All right, power play still going. A minute left to go. Here comes Devon Taves in the second unit. Maybe they could have better luck. Probably not. It's like I said, the power play is the biggest Achilles heel. Nelson will have it. He'll send that down behind. Nelson looking for Lekanen. Can't find it. Up top, Minnesota will clear it boldly. Now we'll bring it up ice. As they send that down. Now here we go. 30 seconds left to go on the power play. Short-handed, yeah. That was a beautiful goal. Forehand, backhand goal. Now Malinsky will have it. He'll kick it top for Taves. Taves plays it. He'll get it back to Sam Malinsky. Back to Taves. Taves back up top for Malinsky to the shooting. Shots just wider than that. Malinsky keeps that in with 7 seconds left. Sam Malinsky over to Devon Taves. Devon Taves back across to Nichushkin. Nichushkin across to Taves. Taves says that down and goal! We're tied again! Right when the power play expired, Brock Nelson answers. Bro, what the fuck is this game? What the fuck is this game? Brock Nelson ties it. Walsek came too far forward. Oh no, that's Taves' goal. That hit a wild stick, not Nelson's. Does that count as a power play goal? I hope so. Because the power play been good. Now here comes Brock Nelson. Brock Faber up top. Send that down. O'Connor will take it and he'll bring it up. 136 left to go. LOC sends that down into the neutral zone. Back behind Drury, sets that down, fight for the puck now. Back around, Hartman trying to get it. This fourth line keeping this first line on their heels. Now here comes Quinn Hughes, Kaprizov, and Zuccarello. Hughes to Zuccarello, shot saved by Wedgwood, who gets it over it as Kaprizov was just trying to poke it through. He got a couple on Wedgwood, but Wedgwood still falls down on it. All right. Here we go. Face off one by Colorado. McCarr will send that up as Hughes plays that and sends that down to Taves. Taves will send that to Natchez. Natchez now with some speed. Natchez making some moves. Marty Natchez, who's been quiet, sends that up to Taves, who sends that down in front for Wallstead, who covers. All right, here we go. Face-off's going to be won by the Wild as they send that down. Landeskog fighting for it. McKinnon will try to send that across to Natchez. Middleton will get the turnover. Now Middleton will find a shot. Hartman, Middleton, shot again. What a save by Wedgwood. This crowd is letting Wedgwood know they have his back. What a great save by Wedgwood. Holy shit. 34.8 left to go in the second period. Face off. Won by Minnesota boldly. Has it at the point up top to Hughes. Hughes across ice to Faber. Faber sends that down and around behind for Kaprizov. Kaprizov now fighting for it in front of the net. Denied by Wedgwood. Fight for the puck now. Nelson tries to get that cleared. Minnesota will turn that over. And now here comes Boldy. The cross ice save by Wedgwood now behind it with 12 seconds left to go. Taves just trying to get that clear. McKinnon will send that up and that'll clear it and that'll kill it for the second period. As we will head to the third period, tied 5-5. What a fucking period. Tied 5-5. Colorado in that first period. Colorado in that first period having 3 goals. Now in the second having 2, and then Minnesota doing the reverse, 2 in the first and 3 in this period. Then the story of this game. I give credit to both sides. Where the offense has been there. Both these goaltenders have been playing good too. It's just the fucking defense for both sides hasn't really been there. Like you can't blame Wallstead or Wedgwood. They both been playing good. It's just their defense haven't been there. Have they both made allowed shots that they usually don't? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But that was one, maybe 2 of those goals. But majority of it's just been terrible turnovers, terrible defensive play, allowing people in front of the net when you shouldn't. Simple shit. The offense game, the defense has it, and both goalies are like fighting for their lives in those nets. You love it. Fun stuff. Pods, moving and storage. I thought that was part of U-Haul. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But it is what it is. But no, I won't be live again until probably maybe Thursday. I gotta look at the game. Again, I'm not doing a Carolina game. Like I said, proof to me I should. Yeah, fuck no. No. Yeah, I won't be live again till Monday. What up, Dante? I see you. I see you. How's it going, bruh? Bro, why is this like Genesis commercial about to make me feel something for a fucking stuffed animal? Like, just hit you with the. I remember my one stuffed animal, that random teddy bear that did have a fucking eye missing a button right here. Man, I miss that teddy bear. Like, what the fuck? This is good. No, but for those who just joined or haven't, very, very much an offensive game, back and forth. Really, no side really had momentum at all. Colorado will strike, Minnesota will respond. Minnesota strikes, Colorado responds. Very good back and forth game. Both goalies made some great saves so far. Both goalies really under attack as well. Both sides, biggest thing to clean up on is the defense, but even that, difficult. Bro. This is why I hate horror films. Fucking the passenger, I see a dude on the side, it fades, and there's a dude just screaming in your face. Like, no, no, no. Like, what the fuck? Like, why, bruh? Why? This is crazy. There's more goals in this game than Montreal had shots on goal in their game 7, and they won that game. This is an ugly hockey game. A lot of stupid turnovers. Bro, I was thinking back on this, right? I was talking my crap too. I was like to my girl, I was like, horror films, man, they don't scare me. And then I get scared by a fucking stupid trailer. Like, I allowed a trailer to scare me, bro. That's the embarrassing part. How do I allow a trailer of a movie that doesn't look that scary besides that one scene scare me? Like, how? I just, I hate, I hate the feeling of fucking jump scares. You know what? Fuck it. One day I'll do a Five Nights at Freddy. Not the new like fucking kidsy shit. Nah, the first two games I'll do it, and I'll have to. And I cannot stop playing, doing streaming it once a week until I beat both games. Bro, that's gonna be fucking heart racing. Like night one, sure. Night two, sure, I can do. But when you get to night three and gotta listen to Freddy, that's where I always sucked at it.
Like, where are you going? How does that guy beat you up? Yeah, from
Oh my goodness, that fucking Tarasenko goal pisses me off because Blankenberg was with him. He was with him, and then just allows him to get past and results in just enough space so Tarasenko can make his move and score. Betsy, you gotta fucking whip this defense into shape. Yes, I know Makar is injured. I know he's dealing with something on his fucking hip. But come on. I get you're down Manson, but they're down two players as well. They're down Eric Tonight. Is just as valuable as Manson, if not more valuable. It doesn't help too. Bednar just allows fucking everything to happen. Like, oh, it's just frustrating. But I love it. I did better when I wore the Yeti hat. We're testing a theory. We're testing something. Do the abs play better with the fucking Yeti hat? Yes, it's superstitious. I know. Yes, I fucking love. Or the dark hat. Yeah, bro, this hat I fuck with. Yeah, not gonna lie. If only they had this, but with the fucking Mighty Ducks logo, like the old blue and purple one. I fuck with it though. Give me this and a Carlson jersey. Then we're cooking. Because Carlson's, you gotta be the captain. Yeah, he had that fucking hit that on my boy Matthew that pissed me off. But I like Carlson. I always have. He's fun. Man, I love Quinn Hughes. Watching him, his thick work, his shiftiness, his ability to create separation when there is no separation, just beautiful. Quinn Hughes is a textbook player, defenseman you want. Him and Makar, like Makar has been hurt this game, so Hughes has been the spotlight of that battle, and it's been fun to watch. But when Makar, like, I think during the second break from game 2 to 3. I think Makar will heal up, and it's going to be a fun battle. Like, you gotta love this battle. All right. It's lemonade o'clock. Bro, what's that at?
Bring on the fun and bring home a new Honda. Road trip.
Bro, so I used to buy all these play sets of Lego. We're updating the collection point. I'm getting rid of all my play sets. And we're doing actual fucking big ones. So all the play sets we saw back when I was not stuck in a hotel because of a carbon dioxide leak. And I'm fixing the boiler. It's going away. We need good display sets. Like, I got this bad boy I got built. Gotta build this bitch. London. And I'm collecting to collect. Also collecting the F1 cars. I got the Max Verstappen Red Bull car. Just because it's Red Bull and I fucks with Red Bull chat, you know. But no. I'm so glad I found this cup. Yeah, it's a wine glass. But it still works for other shit. I'm going to update this to say third period. I'm going to take a fat hit. She's just a girl. Dejean is CB1. If you know, you know. That Cooper Dejean song was legendary. I remember when that came out. That song came out because everyone tried to call Cooper Dejean a fucking safety when he was a corner at Iowa. Bro, Cooper Dejean still haunts my nightmares as a Wisconsin fan. I'm like this and I, oh, Dejean, no, intercepting Dejean, no. It's just a dream. You can't hurt me. That's what it's like. That's what Cooper Dejean does, folks. Okay. Fucking Biz, pull them both 6-on-6, save them. That'll be so entertaining. Bro. Someone's got to throw Biz out one day. Never forget the stadium series. This man joined the fucking dancers. Like, what? I love Biz, but what the fuck was that? I love this fucking Geico commercial. Fucking Dallas. It's a Dallas Star hat trick ad, right? Cool. The scoreboard 4-3 Blackhawks. I fucking find that shit hilarious. Bro, this Geico ad just said, nah, fuck the Stars. I'm here for it. You wanna know what? I love hockey. Fucking becoming my favorite sport, right? But I was thinking about this, right? It dawned on me. I used to love the NBA. For those who do not know my YouTube journey, I started off calling NBA. The Bucks final run is when I started calling because I've been a Bucks fan since 2014 when I got into it. Right? Giannis, Middleton, fucking Jabari Parker era. When Giannis was a rookie, we just got it. Jabari Parker, he had his rookie season. His career got cut short. Everything like that. Soviet days, man. That Bucks team was something else. I know they added Brooke Lopez. That changed us at the center position. And then fucking added Bobby Portis in the offseason after being eliminated. The fucking Heat in like 5. And then adding Holiday. That Bucks team had so much potential. And we got so greedy trying to get Dame. If we still had Holiday, this team would be different. You cannot convince me otherwise. Let's check some other like boys. What's up, Daddy Bang Bang 67? That is the name. Oh. Game 1. Here we go. We got face off. Face off won by Colorado. And McCarr will send that up ice and they'll dump that down. And McKinnon will dump it down and Hughes will play it behind the net. With Nature's fighting for it, Quinn Hughes will bring it up. He'll send that to Brock Faber. Brock Faber bring it up on the near side. Faber shot on Wedgwood, saved by Wedgwood. Faber gets a rebound, try to get it to Hartman in the paint. Couldn't get it. Now here comes Natchez. Natchez will send that up to McKinnon. McKinnon gets that poked away. Now Taves will take it with Kuliak. Taves and Kuliak fighting for it in the neutral. Playing patty cake, sends that down for Hughes to take it. Quinn Hughes now with Nichushkin. Make him have to make moves. Tries to get it Faber, who couldn't hang on, but Faber will regain it and send it up to Matt Boley. Matt Boley will send that down. Dumped in by Johansson. Johansson fighting for it now with Landeskog and Kuliak. Sends that around for Nelson. Yes. Bergen on it. Now here comes the Avalanche. Nichushkin and Landeskog makes the entry. Landeskog getting held up by Middleton. And Colorado wants a penalty. No penalty is drawn for holding. This crowd is not like that at all. Now here we go. We play on. These refs say play on. We play on. Now Malinsky will have it. Malinsky. These refs have allowed them to play a lot of this game, and I respect that. Malinsky, both sides, really. Slows it down. Now he'll take it behind the net with Malinsky fakes it to McKinnon, now gets it to his defensive pair. Up top, that's going to be poked away as Jakob Brennan playing deep right. Wedgwood's going to send that around. But Minnesota will get it, try to send that towards Wedgwood. They don't get it there. Now they do rebound, very dangerous. Luckily, it gets out of the way. Kadri's been, a lot of people have been quiet. Wedgwood lost his stick, gets it back. It's Trennan is fighting for it in the corner now. Up top, it goes for Minnesota. Across the ice, down low, behind the net. Now Kadri will get that clean. Now Colton takes it in the offensive zone. Colton making moves. Colton gets tripped off. No penalty. They play on shot. By LOC's not there. How is that not a penalty? Like, I get letting them play, but the outrageous calls you gotta call either side. Now Kuliak gets it. Malinsky sends that around to Kelly. Brock Faber adding pressure. Fight for the puck now. Down low. Kuliak will take it and get it up to Kelly. Kelly will get it to LOC. As Kelly gets tripped up, now here comes out Logan O'Connor shot. Saved by Wallstead. Behind the net, Faber will play it. Faber sends that up. And if we have a turnover, Drury gets it. Taves takes the shot. Wallstead covers it up. Oh, O'Connor almost had a backhanded goal. He was so close. All right. Here we go. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you. Back below, McKinnon across for McCarr. McCarr shoots, score! Cale McCarr makes his presence known. And we have the lead. McCarr gives Colorado the 1-point lead, 6-5. Oh, wow. That's what you need. When he was going, Cale McCarr go. What don't you love about this game? A lot of defensive goals for Colorado. 4 of their 6 goals have come from defensive players. Sam Malinsky, Cale McCarr. You're just missing Brett Kuliak and Brett Burns. And then you got all your defensemen in the goal. All right, here we go. Face-off won by Minnesota. They'll dump that down as Hartman plays chase with Taves, not allowing him to get anything really. They'll send that around to the near side corner. Across up to Lehkonen. Lehkonen will send that into the neutral zone. Intercepted by Brock Faber. Brock Faber sends that back for Kirill Kaprizov. Kirill the Thrill, as they call, gets it to Lehkonen. This is a playoff atmosphere. This is a playoff game. Sloppy, back and forth, very hard-fought game. Just high scoring is the difference. Malinsky gets that poked away. The crowd is Kuliak hits Nelson in the back of the head as Bodie will take it. Now fight for the puck up top. Faber sends that across for Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes now with space. Hughes with Nichushkin. Nichushkin playing good defense, making it hard. Denied by Wedgwood. This crowd's loving it. Now back behind both. Turnover by Foligno. Gets it up top towards Faber. Faber down for Foligno. Foligno now. Cross ice. Back to Hughes. Hughes gives it right to Colton, who easily clear that puck, and this Colorado line can get the change as Hughes will play it now from the far side corner. Hughes will bring it up ice with the third line out there for Colorado. Now here comes the Wild in the corner. Trennan fighting for it with Brett Burns up top. Sends that down around the grass. It goes. Colton tried to get it. Shot towards Wedgwood. Gloved by Wedgwood. Locking. My Scott's locking in. This is what you want. The presence of Nathan McKinnon, just crazy. Most points in the first 100 playoff game. Joins legendary Lane Gretzky, Max Lemieux. McKinnon does absolutely great list for McKinnon to be in. 2 points for Nathan McKinnon. 3-goal streak for Cale Makar. Colt Makar is looking, if the Avalanche win the Stanley Cup, he looks to be another MVP, the Conn Smythe winner again. Now behind the net, Burns sends that around for Wall, who gets that intercepted. Minnesota will send that down. That's going to be blocked by here comes Nazem Kadri. Kadri scores! Nazem Kadri extends the lead by 2. Huge goal. Ends the lead. 7-5. This is how you need to play this third period. Attack, quick, fast, speed. This is going to be a fun series. I love it. Nazem Kadri gets his first playoff goal with the Avalanche this season. It's good to see him back on that score sheet for Colorado in the postseason. Kadri slipping past the defense of Minnesota, sending them back. The captain couldn't get there in time, and now Kadri makes them pay. Now Sam Walensky will have the face-off. He'll give it off to Kuliak. Kuliak sends that in as Colorado will dump it, as Minnesota will try to settle that. The governor will send that over. Almost a big turnover. Now here comes Flengio getting fucking aggressively attacked by this fourth line. This fourth line has played a big role in this game now. Turnover. I mean, not turnover. Drury will send that deep. Now here comes Logan O'Connor. O'Connor looking shot, saved by Wallstead. Ooh, Logan O'Connor looked to have a quick breakaway as Colorado will send that back to the defensemen as they get changes. His first line's back out here. Now I just want Martin Natchez go, and I can die happy. Nazem Kadri goes assisted by Devon Toews and Ross Colton. Devon Toews has played absolutely amazing this game as well, defensively, offensively. Icing call has been called here. 13-18 left to go in the game. Here we go. All right. Face off with Landeskog is going to be won by the Wild. Hughes will bring it up ice. Quinn Hughes sends that across for Hartman. Hartman got that poked away. Now McKinnon will send that deep as Natchez will go Blake Taves. He'll dump that for McKinnon. McKinnon will take the shot. That'll be wide of the net. Up top, McCarr will have it. McCarr will send that over to the near side by Taves. He'll take a one-timer. That's going to be denied by Wallstead. McKinnon looking. He'll try to send that up as Minnesota will get it. Now Krill Kaprizov will bring it up ice with 12 minutes left. Sends that across for Hartman. Hartman looking shot wide of the net. Now here comes McKinnon. McKinnon with the speed. McKinnon with Hughes. McKinnon looks for Landeskog. Couldn't get the pass there. Now Hartman will have it. Hartman behind with Nichushkin playing as Hughes feeling pressures from Nichushkin, gets it to Faber. Faber will send that all the way up as they'll dump that in. And Wedgwood will play it and allow Brett to take it behind the net. Brett Burns lays out a motherfucker. He lays out Johansson as that puck goes freely into the neutral zone. And Nichushkin will send that down as they fight for it in the offensive zone of Colorado. Now turnover, Nichushkin sends that down to Lehkonen with some space back up top. One timer from McCarr, saved by Wallstead. Matt Bodley will take the puck. Bodley up top to Johansson. Now here comes Arturi Lehkonen. Lehkonen will get it to Wall. Wall looking across, shot just wide of the net by Kadri, who almost had his second of the night. Now behind the net, Middleton will play it. This crowd is in it too. They're feeling the momentum on their side. Now Kadri will have it. He'll bring it across. Kadri will try to do some stick work. Cannot with Wall now. The Wild will get that up. Now here comes Tarasenko. Sends that to Woodward, who gloves that easily. "37 shots from Colorado. Crazy. That's it. the shot counts. It's crazy. You go back and you look at that game 7, low defensive battle, and you come into this game fast paced, goal after goal after goal after goal. Like, it's insane. Here's our motto. This has to be the best game I have ever called. And I've called some good games. Like not my favorite. My favorite is the Avalanche winning the Stanley Cup. That is streamed on channel. That's no longer a thing. That was my favorite game. But this is probably one of the best NHL games I have ever called. And I call it goalie fight, bro. Like the back and forth that's coming from this game, a high scoring game too. All right. Sleep number. Nice. Overall MVP of this game, Devontae, 1 goal, 2 assists, making a presence on the defensive side and offensive side. But this fourth line played good. Nick Blankenberg having a goal was huge. Like, you're having depth step up. All right, here we go. Face off now. Department and Landeskog. Imagine they drop the gloves. Face off is going to be won by the Kaprizov. Shot denied. What a save by Wishwood! In front of the net still. And a penalty. It's called. Landeskog gets called on a penalty on Hartman. He'll head to the box, but what a save by Scott Wedgwood. Denied. Hartman tried on the rebound. Wedgwood extending his arm, getting it with the top of his glove to deny it. All right. Now face off here. Power play here for the Wild. I love how they're just listening to the announcer, like, what is he saying? What is he saying? All right, Gordon Hughes will have it up top. He'll send that down for Faber across ice to Kaprizov. Kaprizov looking, has space, sends that down, looking for up top now. Kaprizov down to Boldly. Boldly up top to Kaprizov. Kaprizov to Boldly. Boldly looking across to Hughes. Hughes up top, dancing one timer. Kaprizov saved by Scott Wedgwood. Colorado will clear that puck. What a save by Wedgwood. All right, Quinn Hughes dumps that off for Kaprizov. Kaprizov with less than 11 minutes to go in the game. Gives it to Matt Boldly. Boldly now gets it up top to Hughes. Hughes back to Kaprizov. Kaprizov dancing. Kaprizov in the corner to Boldly. Boldly to Kaprizov. Kaprizov thinking gets it down to Boldly in the corner up top to Kaprizov. Up to Kaprizov. Back to Boldly. Boldly looking. You got to start shooting the puck for Minnesota. Boldly will take the shot. Wedgwood would save it across. Try to get it to Wedgwood. Couldn't get a good accurate shot. So fight for it. Burns will clear that puck with 44 seconds left. As Wallstead will play it and get it off to Hughes. Quinn Hughes now with the puck. He'll bring it up ice as Lehkonen is giving him a hard time, forcing him to get it going. When the power play, the offense isn't even there. Great job by Lehkonen, and Colorado will clear it. That's what happens when you attack Quinn Hughes and make him flustered, not giving him the room to make his plays, get stuff set up. Great job by Lehkonen, and he's doing it again, and Hughes gets tripped up, and they let him play. Now across, Colorado tries to clear it, could not. McCarr couldn't get the clear from the back corner. Back up top, Hartman will have it. He'll get it to Faber. Faber now walking the line. Faber. And Hartman and Connors were going at it. I think they both might go to the box. I'll take that trade. I'll gladly take that trade. O'Connor for Hartman. I love it. Both these, this is a rivalry being renewed. Playoff series is renewing a rivalry for two teams. Both teams making hits that could cause penalties. The refs just letting them play. McCarr goes to the box instead. Hartman's in the box. Landeskog's about to come out of the box, and we'll have a 5-on-5. Seconds left in the power play. Brett Burns. We got to win him a cup. We have to win that man a cup. He deserves it. Out of everyone in the league who don't have a cup, he definitely deserves it the most. Faceoff's won by the Avs. They'll clear it. Here comes Landeskog out of the box. And now Quinn Hughes will take it and retreat behind the net. Nichushkin fighting for it. Nichushkin will take it behind the net. Now Faber and Nichushkin fighting for it. They'll get that cleared as Hughes will send that up. Now here comes top for Florentino. Faber shot, glove down by Scott Wedgwood. Inside the final 9, 8:42 left to go as we have a commercial break. That'll play. Oh my goodness. What a game. I love Wild fans twisting my words on Twitter. All right. Here we go. Face off one and Faber with it. He'll send that down. Faber shot denied by Wedgwood. McKinnon fighting for it in the corner with Faber and Taves. Puck hops free and in the neutral zone. As Hughes has to be careful here because you got Martin Necas right there. You make a mistake, he can make you pay. Now here comes the Wild with 8-10 left to go. Poked away. Now here comes Necas. Necas with room. Try to get that through. Charlie Lehkonen will be there to pick up the rebound, but he can't get anything. It's the Wild will play this back and deep. Now here comes Quinn Hughes with Lehkonen over him. Hughes getting his sticks just poked at a lot. Gets it poked away by this Avalanche defense as it gets sent to the neutral zone. Colorado's making a good adjustment on Quinn Hughes, making it tough, making it annoying for him to play his style game. Big hit at center ice. Kadri lays out Middleton. And then Middleton lays Kadri out. Oh, Middleton didn't even lay him out. He just grabbed Kadri's stick and he felt Kadri just laying out Middleton. Woo-hoo, Nazem, I see you. All right, up top, Faber looking, takes the shot, glove by Wedgwood. So much time remaining, 7:28 left to go. Both teams have scored 2 goals in under a minute each. So I'm not going to feel safe until that buzzer buzzes. Now Faber with it. Faber up top with some space, shoots, denied by Wedgwood. Now here comes Colorado. Malinsky will have some skaters with him, send it up for Kelly. Kelly gets tripped up and sent to the board as he is fighting for it now with Zuccarello. And Hughes will join in, same with Logan O'Connor. This fourth line is making it difficult for this Minnesota first line. Playing absolutely amazing is this first line. Fight for it still now. Time goes in this. The longer this stuff goes, the more it favors Colorado as it finally gets poked free. And now Minnesota will send that up ice as they send that down and change. Malinsky will let Colorado finish their change, but he'll now bring it up. He'll look and find a Valnichushkin with Brock Nelson with him. He takes the shot wide of the net. Landeskog will get the rebound. He'll send that down for Nichushkin. Nichushkin spins, dimes, have some room. Nichushkin heading towards that, saved by Wallstead. One thing about Brock Nelson, Nichushkin, and Landeskog, they're not the fastest, but they are good on their feet with their skates. Their skate work, beautiful. Montreal versus Buffalo on Wednesday. That's gonna be a good game. I'm going for Montreal for my boy Cole Caulfield. Landeskog now with the puck. Gets that to Nichushkin, back to Landeskog. Landeskog looking. Send that behind for Val. Val fighting for it. Fight for it now still as that gets taken away by Colorado. Landeskog sends that back and around as Minnesota will fight for it as Nelson tries to join the fray. And changing happened. Necas will take it in his own zone, dumps it off for his defenseman in Burns. Burns now will give it back to Necas. Necas sends that up. And now here comes McKinnon. McKinnon dumps off shot. Saved by Wallstead from Necas. Now Taves will kick it over to Makar. Makar will have it. Makar brings it up ice back over to Taves on the near side. Up top to McKinnon. McKinnon now working on the near side. Up top to Makar, who shoots, doesn't get past Minnesota's defense as they'll send that back down. Less than 6 minutes to go, almost at the 5-minute mark. 5:15 left to go. Makar will take it behind the net compartment. Makar trying to get that clear, and it does. and Kaprizov never tagged back and then back in. So that's an offsides call on Minnesota with 5:08 left to go. Man, Russia long ago. Ooh, look, I'm bottomless, bro. That's crazy. Oh yeah, you got the lottery on Tuesday. Who y'all think is going to win it? I have a feeling Chicago's going to win and create a new duo. McKenna and Bedard. Putting in a copy and pouch for this last inning. Like 5 minutes to go. Minnesota turnover shot denied by Wedgwood. Now here comes the Colorado Avalanche. Kuliak will have it. Kuliak will send that up ice, up into off to Colton. Colton gets laid down by Sturgeon. Minnesota will send that down. Behind as Kuliak gets laid out. Now here comes Quinn Hughes in the Wild. Now fight for the puck. Faber will have control. Faber will settle it down. Faber gets it to Hughes. Quinn Hughes with 4 minutes left to go in the game. Now Hughes still takes his over to Faber. You're gonna have to start watching Wallstead here. Hughes up top. Matt Foley sends that down in front. They score. Terrible bounce. Wedgwood couldn't control it, and they score. 1-goal game with 4 minutes remaining. Holy shit. They score. What a oh, that just bounces. Wedgwood tried to like kick it up, but it don't challenge it, Bedard, please. That's a good goal. Don't challenge that. Don't challenge that. That's all I ask. Please. Like Wedgwood has to make that save. You have room to make that save with your glove, and you got him. All right, here we go. Face offs won by they dump that down. Like I said, keep an eye at an icing call. Keep an eye on Wallstead here coming up with the last 2 minutes left. We start running down. They're still trying to figure out how that puck went in. That was just luck of the bounce, and that's how it is sometimes when you play, right? Sometimes it benefits you, sometimes it didn't. Right there, it didn't with Colorado. You still got the lead. It's 6-7. Right. You're good. Yeah, face off. Wellside would send that around after it gets sent right to him from the face off. Now Minnesota will have that in the neutral zone. They'll send that down. It's Rolanio will send that down. Back around it goes. Minnesota now with less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Bad pass, and Wallside will play it. He'll send that up top, and they'll send that down and around, and Colorado will take control. McCarr will have it with 3:15 left to go, as Kaprizov is right at his doorstep, right by Wallside. McCarr waiting for changes, sends that up into the neutral zone, as Lehkonen sends that down and in with 3 minutes left to go. Now here comes Brett Marty Natchez making plays, trying to. Natchez sends that up top to McCarr. McCarr looking, takes a shot, score! McCarr! 2 goals! Cale McCarr answers and makes his difficult comeback hard for the Wild. What a strike from McCarr. McCarr might have just called game. McCarr just called game, potentially. Momentum turning with Minnesota. 2 minutes left, coming near the 2-minute mark. And what does McCarr do? He takes it into his own hand and proves why he's the best defenseman in the league. Sneaks it between Lehkonen and Hughes and over Wallsted's shoulder. Finds the back of the net. That's what my number 1 defenseman does. Minnesota calls their one and only timeout. Shout out to the new subscriber. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone in the YouTube chat. Potentially. All right, here we go. Face off. Won by Hughes. All right, Bolsey takes the shot, denied by Wedgwood. Empty net. Wallstead has been pulled. Now Matt Bolsey gets tripped up in the corner. Now fight for the puck. Now up top, Hughes. Hughes with Natchez over and kicks it over to Faber back to Hughes. Hughes to Faber. Faber back to Hughes. That's going to be intercepted. McKinnon will lob that down and score. And that will do it. And that will seal it with the Avalanche taking the 9-6 lead. With 2:08 left to go. All right. Colorado sends that deep ball back in. That will do it. McKinnon has a 3-point night in his playoff game. But the player of the game has to be McCarr. He going down, coming back, and calling game when you need it. Wow, Colorado broke Wallstead. Last time he allowed 7 games was his NHL debut. And Colorado's like, hold my beer. All right. Now O'Connor will have it. LOC with the breakaway. Shoots. Saved by Wallstead. Minute left to go. Colorado has it. Colton will dump it off for Blackberg. Blackberg will send that down to Colton. Colton looking for Kadri. Sends that behind. Sends that on net. That'll be a save. $25 left. Strike left. They'll lob that down. Malinsky will send that back up. That'll go all the way down. And they call it icing. This crowd is on their feet loud. And Colorado showed they had no rust. 9 goals. Well, I count 8. Short. Empty net. All right. And that will do it. And the Colorado Avalanche will beat the Minnesota Wild with a final score of 9-6, taking game 1 of the series, and shows that they are not rusty. Overall, very good game from this Avalanche offense. The defensive men really stepping up, having 5 of the 9 goals. Huge. McCarr having a 2-goal night. MVP going down. His defenseman partner Taves, they stepped up. Very good. Wedgwood in the clutch. Yes, they got a lot of goals, but when you needed him, he stepped up, and that's what you need from a guy like Wedgwood. This is what you need in the playoffs. You're not going to have perfect games. You're facing very good goal-scoring teams. But when it matters most, Wedgwood stand firm and stood tall. And I'm heading out, y'all. You guys have a great night. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I appreciate you. And to my good friend in the chat, GG's, we'll see you on game 2. But I will be live next for game 4. I will not be able to stream game 3 and 2. So I'll talk to you guys next Monday. Have a great week, you guys. And as always, go Avs, go.